Hey everyone, Helen here. Thanks for joining me today to paint this opalescent aurora. I'll go through the painting process step by step as we go through the video, and I'll also add all of the materials, brushes and colours I used in the description below. I've sprayed the canvas with a little water, and then I'm going to take my Opera Rose with a medium firm bristle brush and start dabbing it onto the canvas. I've added a little yellow and a little titanium white, and I'm just making a circle on the bottom section of the canvas in the middle. Then I've got some permanent rose and a little Opera Rose, and I'm going to put that on either side. We're just dabbing it on, and then we can come in with a mop brush or a soft fluffy brush and start softening and blending the colours together. You could also use a sponge if you don't have a soft fluffy brush. We'll add a little permanent rose and ultramarine at the side, and what we're going for is to just cover the canvas with some really bright colours for our aurora, and then we'll start coming in with darker colours and building up the aurora shape. But for now we just want to get that canvas covered with some really nice colours. Now I've got some bright aqua green and a little light blue with some titanium white, and I'll start thinking about the pattern and shape I want to create going up the aurora sky. These are the colours that I've used because they're the ones that I had at hand, but really any bright colourful paints that you have that you think would look nice in an aurora, you could try. If you don't have permanent rose, you could use a magenta. If you have any fluoro colours that you'd like to try out, you could put those in. Just build up all the colours, blend them together, roughly about the bottom 2/3 of the canvas. Then I've got some ultramarine and Prussian blue. I'm going to add a little bit of white to it just to lighten it, and I'm going to start bringing in the darker sky at the top. So it's a similar technique, I'm just dabbing on that dark paint. I've added a little permanent rose as well in a few sections just to make it more purpley. And then with my mop brush again, I'm going to sweep that downwards into the colours. And what we're trying to get is just a few gentle lines streaking down the canvas from dark to light. You can think about what shape you want to create with the dark colours, almost like a big colourful aurora cloud, and then just pull that dark blue straight down vertically into the lovely colours underneath. And this is just the first coat of paint, so it doesn't have to be perfect at all. We're really just blocking in the background. If you don't have a soft fluffy brush or a mop brush, you could just use a flat brush. As long as it's quite soft bristled, it'll pull those colours down nicely. So we're just starting to build up the rough shape of our aurora sky. I'll put a couple of dark blue spots in the middle as well, just to break up that colour a little. And then we need to dry it thoroughly before we move on to the next section. Then I've got a small firm bristle brush or a hog brush, and I'm going to start dry brushing on my light aurora colours to get that soft powdery effect between the dark blue and the lighter colours. You can also come in with your darker blue as well. Just soften and blend them together. Think about the shapes you want to create. Think about the way the light's going to be shooting up to the top of the sky. You can even put some colours over the top, especially if it's slightly transparent like permanent rose. Brush them over the top so you get lots of different colours going throughout the sky. And it really just is a case of working your way around the canvas, softening those light and dark colours together. Keep those lines nice and straight and vertical if you can. And then we'll soften it in a little at the bottom until you get an overall effect that you're reasonably happy with. Then I'm just going to splash a little bit of diluted white paint over the top and come in with a soft flat brush or blender brush and start creating that aurora light shape. So I'm using the corner of the brush and the side of the brush to get those lines that you see streaking up the sky. And you can use all of the light colours that you have. I've added a little bit of white to them to make them slightly lighter so they stand out. So you can do your really light bluey green colours, your light pinks. And just be creative and put whatever shapes across the sky that you think will look good. Swirl it down. I'm brushing it up with my fingers sometimes just to soften it a little. And you can really just put them wherever you think they're going to look nice. We'll add a few little larger stars. Just dry brush those in. And when you've got something that you're happy with, we can move on to the trees in the foreground and distance. So right at the background, I'm going to make them a paler blue, so I've added some white to my dark blue. And then as we're moving closer to the foreground, I'm going to make them bigger and a little darker. I'm putting them in with a small round brush to begin with, just using the side of the brush and moving it from side to side as we come down the tree, getting that triangular fir tree shape. If you're still watching this far into the video and you're enjoying it, I'd really appreciate it if you'd consider dropping a comment or hitting the like button for me. I know you hear it a lot, but it really does help small channels like me grow and reach a wider audience, and I appreciate it so much. I've switched to a fan brush for the larger trees at the front, moving it from side to side, starting small at the top and gradually getting bigger and wider as we get down to the bottom of the tree. And it's just a silhouette, so we don't need to worry too much. We'll add a little bit of white to the blue to create that snow right at the front. It'll blend into the blue a little, which will give it a nice shadowy effect. And while we've got this light blue on our fan brush, we can start coming in and adding some snow on the trees. It's the same technique, just moving from left to right, using the tip of the brush and just dusting it on here and there as we move downwards. And then I'm going to come in with some titanium white and just add the few little highlights here and there. To add even more of a sparkling opalescent effect, I've got some gold and sky blue powdered pigment that I'm going to dust on the top. Mine's called Pearl X, it's by Jacquard, but you can buy similar powdered pigment in most craft stores. You can either add it to paint and add that nice pearly sparkly effect to paint, or like me, you can just dust it on the top of your painting and then seal it in with a varnish. So I'm adding a little bit of gold in the distance and at the bottom of the canvas where the yellows and greens are painted. And then I'm going to take my blue and dust the tops of the trees, working my way down to give those a nice sparkling opalescent effect. You can even add it to your Aurora sky colours to soften the edges and blend those colours up into the dark blue. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please consider hitting the like button for me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!